This next sweep is something that you can run into when you're starting to fight against somebody that's a little bit more advanced. I myself really like to use a backstep pass. Switching the hips can be really, really disorienting for the partner on the bottom. And that's sort of what I try to achieve when I'm backstepping. Now, my answer to people backstepping on me was this sweep here. And what I really like about it is it really causes your partner to come off balance because you make them sort of pivot on their hips with no base, no real guarantee. Now, what's really nice about it is once you actually finish this movement, you're in a position where you can split your partner's legs and you can really go for some interesting mount positions or maybe some cool finishes in addition to also just passing the guard. So let's take a look at it more closely. So Stephan is right on top of me. He's having a little bit of difficulty passing my guard the traditional way that he'd like to. So he's gonna look to free his knee just a little bit from the inside of my half guard and he's gonna backstep. So effectively, Stephan has gone and switched his hips here. Now what I don't like about this position is I can't see anything that's going on underneath me. But what people will often do from this position is they'll often base out with their back leg. When they base out with this back leg, it becomes something that I can probably wrap around and grab. If we just rotate the view a little bit, you can see that my hand reaches to grab this foot that Stephan's basing on. He bases on this foot because let's say I have a little bit of extra spark and I bridge into him, he wants to make sure he can bridge back into me. So with this foot right here, I just firmly grasp around it. We're gonna rotate the view again. If you can see what's going on with my feet in this position, I have him trapped because I'm still holding on to this leg. I'm trying to hold on for dear life because I don't really want him to escape out of this position. What I'm gonna do next is this. I'm looking to rotate my knees up towards the ceiling and I'm actually gonna do a little bit of foot play here. I keep my top leg on top of his ankle so his foot can't escape. My outside leg is then gonna come underneath. So if you see, my inside leg wraps over the ankle. My outside leg comes underneath. So I still have his foot pinned, just in a different way. Then, if I can, I'm gonna take my outside arm and I'm gonna try and sneak it in. Now, I don't wanna just like leave it extended, but I just wanna sneak it in because I'm gonna need to use this for a little bit extra oomph, right? So when I'm ready, I'm gonna look to drop the hook that's on top, plant it between his feet, and I'm gonna kick straight up to the ceiling. When I finish the sweep, I've actually split Stephan's leg. So from this position, what's really nice is if I want to, I can go ahead and back out. I can also keep his leg split. And especially for someone that's a lot larger than me, this can be very effective. Once I come here, I can look to employ that knee on the inside cut, turn the corner, torque his spine a little bit, lift, and come up into the mount position. So it's a really unique position that you sometimes don't get with a sweep. A lot of times when we sweep our partners, they end up square to us and then we have to really look to pass the guard. What I really like about this sweep is that as I lift my partner over, I leave him in a position where I can really continue my attack. So the idea of keeping the pressure on and moving forward, just keep that in mind as you're trying to get and work this sweep. I'm just going to show you the sweep from another angle so you can make sure that you see everything that's going on. There's a lot of hooks that come into this sweep, so just make sure you pay attention to where your feet and your arms are supposed to be. So again, Stephan comes into my half guard. He's having a little bit of a difficult time passing, so he's going to make sure that he frees that knee a little bit and he's going to backstep. Now when he switches this hip, it gives me a little bit of a problem. I can't see what's going on. So again, I'm looking to grab his back ankle, right, because he's basing on this. Then, if you see the way that my legs are wrapped around him right now, I'm just gonna switch the grip a little bit, okay? I'm gonna leave this top foot across his shin. I'm gonna remove this foot and bring it underneath his heel. Now, when I scoop it underneath the heel, I'm trying to eat this arm in just a tiny bit. This leg drops to the middle of the mat, and I kick the leg straight up. When I come over, the legs are split. So if possible, you can either knee cut or, like I mentioned before, you can also come around your partner's back, pull them down, and you have a good side mount or cross-side position.